Are you a Star Wars fan? If you are, then you know what tomorrow is. May the 4th. And that's where we get May the 4th be with you, which I think is a great play on words. I remember in 1977, I was 10 years old, and one of my friends' parents took me and many of our classmates, I don't think it was our entire class, down to see Star Wars when it premiered in the movie theater in Oklahoma City. Fantastic show. We all loved it. The one surprise we got was we had to sit through another movie to watch that movie. Somehow they sprung a double feature on us and we didn't know about it. Anyhow, great movie. Love Star Wars. Love all of the series of Star Wars movies. So I thought I would celebrate with a couple of drinks that I hear are from Oga's Cantina. Now, I've never made any of these before. I went online and I found a menu from Oga's Cantina, which is part of, I guess, Disney World down in Florida. And so today, I'm going to make the T16 Skyhopper. I'm going to make the Dagobah Slug Slinger and Jet Juice. Now, on their menu, they do not provide any quantities of the ingredients. They do talk about the ingredients. So I had to do a little bit of research, a lot of research, if you will. I had to go buy a lot of ingredients just to be able to make these. So I don't recommend you go out and buy all the ingredients unless you just love these. If you've been there to Oga's Cantina in Disney World and you know that you love these drinks, by all means, go out and buy it. I'll tell you what I paid for some of this stuff. Some of it's not worth it. You're going to use a ½ ounce out of this bottle, and unless you're going to use it a lot, it's really not worth it. But I wanted to make them for you, and I wanted to try them for me. So let's get started. We're going to do the T16 Skyhopper first. And so this has vodka, melon liqueur, kiwi, and half and half. Now what this doesn't tell you on that kiwi is that it's kiwi syrup and kiwi garnish. So I did find out through my research that it was kiwi syrup. So I had to go make my own kiwi syrup, which isn't hard. Just do a quick search on Google and you can find how to make kiwi syrup. It's basically a cup of water, a cup of sugar. You slice up 6 large kiwis or 10. You can use as many as you want depending on how strong you want your simple syrup. Cook it for about 15 minutes. Throw in a tablespoon of lemon juice. Let it simmer for another 20-30 minutes and then let it cool for about 30 minutes. Strain it and boom, you have your kiwi simple syrup. So let's get started. All right, so again, like I said, I did not have the measurements of the ingredients. And most of your alcohols are always going to be 1 to 2 ounces. A lot of times, since 1.5 ounces is your typical serving, they'll just be 1.5 ounces. I prefer 2 ounces because I like a little bit more alcohol. Most of your mixers are going to be on the ½ ounce to 1 ounce. And then if you're adding other stuff, like this one's got half and half in it, that's where the trick comes in. 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 6 ounces, not really sure. So I made a lot of judgment calls here, and we're going to see how these turn out. So we're going to start out with 2 ounces of vodka. Put this in our mixing glass with ice. Again, using Prairie Wolf vodka from here in Oklahoma. And then the next ingredient is, sorry, I got to put my eyeballs on here, melon liqueur. So since this is, a mixer, we're going to just make that a 1 ounce pour of melon liqueur. The next is kiwi syrup. Now again, I made my own kiwi syrup. Depending on, I'm guessing this was around, I don't know. So I'm going to say 2 ounces. So let's try that as a start. A lot of times it's only 1 ounce, but I like things sweet. So to me, unless it's really too strong, can't be too sweet. And then the other thing was half and half. All right, so here's my half and half. And we're going to go, because as I understand it, this is a big glass. If I can get this half and half thing open. The things I was seeing online was showing like 4 ounces of half and half. I'm going to put 2 ounces in here. And we're going to stir this down and we're going to try it. Now, obviously, since I'm the only one drinking out of this, I'm just going to try this right here. I think that might need more half and half. We're going to go 2 more ounces. Seems like it needs to be a little creamier. All right, we're going to call that good. So we're going to stir this up. Get this nice and chilled in this mixing glass. And then we're going to take our Scalper's Speakeasy Rocks glass here. And we're going to put some ice in it. I'm assuming it's served on ice. I really don't know. And I also don't know how fancy the glasses are supposed to be, so I'm just going to use my rocks glass. We're going to strain this here. Oh yeah, I think that was right to add in the extra half and half there. And then to top it off, we are going to take a slice of kiwi. And I don't know about you, but handling, if you like to eat kiwi, that's fine. Handling a wet kiwi is not that much fun. So I'm going to leave the peel on it, and I'm just going to serve it just like that. So there you have your T16 Skyhopper. Well, that's not bad at all. Very, very kiwi flavored. Got the kiwi syrup in there and the melon. So I think that is definitely the intent of that one. The half and half makes it very smooth and creamy. The vodka is basically just a kick for us adults, I think. Not bad at all. Almost like a pina colada, only it's kiwi colada. Very good. You guys ought to try one. All right, let's see what's next. All right, the next one we're going to do is our Dagobah Slug Slinger. Now, this one says that it is going to have Reposado tequila. Now, they list out specific brands on their menu because I guess that lets them charge premium prices if they're using premium products. No big deal. Reposado tequila. Everybody on here, if you watch me regularly, knows I prefer añejo. Reposados I do like. I prefer the smoother taste of the añejos, but this says Reposado. So we're going to use Husong's Reposado tequila. Now it also asks for blue curacao. Now it says Bowls blue curacao. We are using the Kuipers. No big deal. Also asks for citrus juices, so I'm going to assume that means lemon and lime juice. Ginger is what the menu says. Now, if you want to put a slice of ginger in a drink, that's fine. I don't think it's going to do much, so I'm going to assume that means ginger syrup. And then it also says bitters. Now, because I didn't want to juice an orange, I'm going to use orange flavored bitters. This prevents me from having to put orange juice and bitters in because I can do it all in one. So here's your menu, if you will, for a Dagobah Slug Slinger. Now they charge $18.50 for this drink at the Cantina there at Disney World. Is it worth all that? I don't know. Those are high-priced drinks. Like the T16 Skyhopper was $18.50. Now, if you are a big Star Wars fan, I would say if you want to do these kind of things, have a Star Wars themed party for your friends. Go buy some of this stuff. Like this bottle of ginger syrup was $14. They don't make it any smaller. Now, I could have made my own like I did with the kiwi syrup, but this is so much easier. Now, what am I going to do with another 15 ounces of syrup after I make this one drink? I don't know. But again, if you want to hold a party for your friends, that's the way to go. Go buy the ingredients. Let everybody chip in if they want to, and you got yourselves a Star Wars party. So let's get started. Kind of doing this on the fly. I've never tasted these drinks before, never been down to the Olga Cantina, and so I'm not real sure how they're made. I'm not real sure how they're supposed to taste. This one I am also going to mix in a mixing glass with ice. This one calls for the Reposado tequila, so again, I'm going to start out with 2 ounces of Reposado tequila. They're probably going to do 1.5 ounces, but because I don't know what the other ingredients are, being the citrus juices and stuff, it may be, if I put a 1/2 ounce too much tequila in it and I add 1 ounce too much of the juices, I think it'll offset. So I think we're good. Blue Curacao. So we're going to go with approximately 1 ounce because I don't know what else it would be. Maybe 3/4 of an ounce. I don't know. Citrus juices, lemon and lime juice. So I'm going to go about 3/4 of an ounce each, maybe 1 ounce. It's very difficult. Now you could do a 1/2 ounce and then kind of increase it if you've never made these before like me and you want to try to then add in a little more. We're doing this on the fly just to see what we end up with. Okay, ginger syrup is what I am assuming. Now this says it's a fiery ginger syrup. I don't know if that makes any difference as opposed to regular ginger syrup. So I'm going to go with about the same as I did the lemon and lime juice. Go about 3/4 to 1 ounce. Don't want to get too strong with the ginger. "17 fluid ounces. I just used less than 1 ounce, so I have another 16 ounces to go. I guess I can make 16 more of these drinks. We'll see if I can get it right. And then 2 dashes. What I assume is going to be 2 dashes because it talks about bitters. So maybe 3, whatever that ended up as. Stir this down. And we are going to put this in my glass if I can find it. Tell you what, let's go for the tall glass today. And I'm sure they want it over ice. So we're going to strain this into our Collins glass here. Well, I think I could have used a little bit more. And then I believe, for whatever reason, as I was doing my research, somebody said, Oh, maybe it's here on the menu. This says herbs. Now, I don't know what herbs means, but I know what it means to me. I'm going to garnish it with some rosemary. What do you think about that? There, in our custom Scalper Speakeasy glass, is a Dagobah slug slinger. Let's try it out. Wow, that rosemary sure puts a potent smell on the top. Wow, that's very interesting. Now, I will say, just to take the rosemary out so it's not poking me in my face, I could probably actually reduce that tequila down to 1.5 ounces. You can definitely taste the tequila in there. Not bad. It's not overpowering. Definitely can taste the ginger syrup. And again, it's a fiery ginger syrup. So the fiery ginger syrup along with 2 ounces of tequila, I don't know, the second drink was even better than the first. That's pretty good. I think I could do that. Tequila, blue curacao, lemon juice, lime juice, ginger syrup, and orange bitters. Well, you slug slinger, I think you got me with this one. I kind of like that. Very cool. On to the next one. All right, Star Wars drink number 3 from Oga's Cantina is going to be Jet Juice. Now, this one looked a little different. It's going to be served not over ice. I think it was just mixed over ice and served chilled. So that's the way I saw it on my research. So that's the way we're going to try this. Now, this one has Maker's Mark bourbon. This one happens to be a private selection from the Cellar liquor store here in Norman, Oklahoma. You have Ancho Reyes chili liqueur. You have pomegranate liqueur, not chili liqueur, white grape juice, and lemon juice. So this happens to be one where I bought the exact ingredients as it states on the menu. Now, Maker's Mark, that bourbon's going to be good no matter what, because you put that in anything. This one happens to probably be a little bit stronger than your normal Maker's Mark. This one is 110 proof. Most of the time, I think your average Maker's Mark's probably 90. But this, again, is a private selection by the Cellar in Norman, Oklahoma. So we're going to go with that one. This happens to be Ancho Reyes Chili Ancho Liqueur. Now, this one, this bottle here is 750 milliliter. It cost me $32. I'm going to use about 1 ounce out of it. Why did I go ahead and buy this one? Because that and this one, this is the pomegranate liqueur. This pomegranate liqueur cost me $15. Now, this is Stirring's pomegranate liqueur. And I asked the guys at the liquor store I was at, can I get smaller ones? Are there cheaper alternatives, etc.? I could get a smaller bottle of the pomegranate, but it wasn't, it's half this size, but it's 3/4 of the cost. Plus, you can make lots of things with this pomegranate liqueur. You want a pomegranate margarita, etc. And then the chili liqueur, the only alternative they had was like a spicy tequila. Well, I didn't want a spicy tequila. This is a chili liqueur. So I just went ahead and bought this because it too can be used in other things, and I will try to find exactly what they use. As a matter of fact, this says, for a spicy take on a classic margarita, boom, it gives you a recipe right on the back. So we're going to do that. How are we going to make this? We are going to get some ice in our mixing glass. Probably not too much ice, hopefully. And we're going to start off with 2 ounces of Maker's Mark bourbon. I imagine that 2 ounces will not be too much for me on this, especially when you get into chili flavored liqueur. Might, if it is, we just add a little more pomegranate for sweetness, right? Now I know one of the original recipes for this called for acai liqueur, acai, however you pronounce it, A-C-A-I. But their menu online today talks about pomegranate liqueur. I guess it's just too hard to find. I'm not sure. Okay, so then we're going to go with 1 ounce of the Ancho Reyes liqueur. Look at that, don't even have it open. One ounce of the good stuff here. Wow, it's got a cool smell to it. Very smoky. All right. Pomegranate liqueur. This is the Stirrings pomegranate all natural liqueur. Exactly what they call for in on the menu. So I'm going to go for 1 ounce on this. I don't know. It might make it too sweet, but I assume with the 2 ounces of bourbon and 1 ounce of the chili, you're going to need to offset somehow. So I'm going to go with 1 ounce. Again, we're doing this on the fly, folks. We're having fun making drinks. All right, now we're going to have white grape juice. No idea how much of this to do. I'm going to go with 1 ounce. I really have no clue. Not even sure why you would only have 1 ounce of grape juice. But it says serve it. I think everything that I saw said this was the smallest drink. So we're going to serve this in a rocks glass with no ice, by the way, because we have it in here. So now we're going to do our lemon juice. And I'm going to start off with a 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. Now we're going to stir this down. Let's just take a little taste of this. See if we're on the right path. To me, it's a little spicy because of the Ancho Reyes. Could probably use a little more sweetness. So then you go, do we do more grape juice? Or do we go with more pomegranate? Let's do another ounce of grape juice first. It definitely took the fire out of it from the chili liqueur. Can't really taste the bourbon at all, and that was 2 ounces. Maybe let's go with another 1/2 ounce of the pomegranate. I'm kind of figuring that they want a little more color to it. We're going to call that good. Why? I don't know. Because I think it's good. All right. Now that right there gets you about 10 ounces, 8 to 10 ounces of drink. So I'd say that's not bad. All right, there's your jet juice. Well, out of all of those three, that's my least favorite. Is it bad? No, but I wouldn't order a second one. I could drink that, and I'm not sure it's. What's really crazy is the chili liqueur. I don't taste it, but I feel it. So I get the heat out of this chili liqueur. That's the weird thing. The sweetness, I definitely get out of the pomegranate. Maybe part of the grape juice as well. Lemon juice just takes a little, adds a little acidity to it, but I taste zero Maker's Mark bourbon. So maybe the idea would be to cut back on some of the others. If I'm going to start off with 1.5 ounces, 2 ounces of bourbon, it maybe just go with a 1/2 ounce of each. Not sure. Play around with that yourself. Let me know what you come up with. It's not bad. It's just not something I would order another one of. And I would probably, once I had that, if I'm paying $18 for it especially, I am not sending it back because of the liquor in it. And again, it's not so bad to send it back. But I would order a beer, chase it down with a beer, and then move on to the next one. So there you go. You have our 3 Star Wars drinks. We have the T16 Sky Hopper. Sorry, I got to read here. Yeah, this is our T16 Sky Hopper. We have our Dagobah Slug Slinger and our Jet Juice. So, do a little research. Put me some comments below. Let me know what you think about Star Wars drinks. I hope I didn't say Star Trek anywhere. But anyhow, get you a Star Wars party together. Get you some drinks. Again, they have the entire menu of Oga Cantina online. It just doesn't tell you the amounts of the ingredients. It tells you the ingredients, but not the amounts. So, pretty good drinks overall. Hey, had a good time doing it. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends and family about it. And come back and see us the next time. Until then, may the 4th be with you.